Hey everybody, check it out. Today we're looking at the GAO Rifle V5. So this is the fifth version of this particular slider that they've made. Each one has a little bit different functionality. I will say I think the V4 that came out was probably the best rifle version that they've had. And this one's actually larger than that. I don't have the V4 with me or in my collection to compare size, but I want to say that it's probably about maybe 3/4 the size of this. But this one is the first one where they've incorporated plastic as well. So this is PC or polycarbonate on the top, and then this is stainless steel. So it's definitely one of the cheaper feeling GAO pieces, but if you think this looks similar, you'd be right, because it is essentially a direct knockoff of the Cybersole from, what brand is this? Proxy EDC, that's right. So you see that functionality there, right? And then it's got a little bit of mechanical after that, right there, and then magnetic, bam, a little bit of mechanical, magnetic. So it's really the same thing. I did take this apart and put it back together on a previous video, but I'll take this apart and kind of show you guys what it looks like inside. It really is the same internals as the Cybersole, but made of plastic. So definitely not as exciting. Again, I think the V4 had the best function and sound and feel. It's kind of a good size. The original design for the rifle was actually a knockoff itself from, I believe, YEDC. The original rifle had a pig nose on there. And it was actually the metal Fidget that I first saw that I was like, holy cow, these things exist out here. Because this just looked like, I don't know, something out of like James Bond or something. Everything reminds me of that James Bond tracker from Goldfinger, where he like pulled the thing out and the little tracker came out, stuck it to the back of Goldfinger's car. I reference that one a lot just because that was like my Fidget awakening moment as an adolescent. So let's take this guy apart here. It's not the worst. You know, if you wanted to try the, I know Proxy, EDC, those are generally pricier. Let's see here, I'm going to take it off on this side. So it's just 2 screws. Open it up. This is nice actually, because I can show you what happens inside without taking the whole thing apart here. So when you pull back, you've got this magnet right here in this little cage that is click-clacking inside of its little home and interacting with these 2 magnets right there. Actually, there may be 3 magnets. And then when you push forward, this is kind of an interesting part. When you push forward, this is caught on that first little tooth in there. Hopefully you can see that here. Let me stand up. Right? And you pull back, and once it reaches this little kind of slope, that pushes that tooth down on that spring, and that's what makes it snap. So this thing is being held back until the little slope makes the tooth push down. Probably not because I have it open. There you go. That part flies back into the body, and now as it comes back off the slope, the piece interacts with those little teeth for the mechanical sound. And then you can see there's a spring in there that's holding that middle piece back and kind of building that pressure. It's pretty interesting. Internals, again, it's very similar to what the Cyborg Soul, I believe it's called, from Proxy EDC is doing, but just with all metal, so it's got a good weight to it and a better sound overall. I just take this, plop it back on there. There we go. All right. So, if you were considering the Cyborg Soul and just didn't know if it was for you, you could always check out this GAO Rifle V5. Maybe get some insight on whether you'll like it or not. I think what this one does better is shape-wise. It does give you a place to rest your finger and your thumb, and makes the usability of it a little better. This one you don't have that, and there's really nothing on top to keep your thumb from sliding around. But it is lighter weight, so it's not as hard, I guess. But yeah. So, there it is, the GAO Rifle V5. Thanks, folks.